fiance and I, if you don't know, I proposed earlier this year. It was on my bucket list, my things and goals to do for 2024. So I proposed in April of this year. It was a really nice day. We were out at this nature wildlife reserve where you could walk around, and there were kangaroos, wallabies, emus just walking around freely that you could interact with. You could feed them, do whatever, and then there were some other more dangerous animals and exhibits and such, but it was really nice. I proposed there. But man, wedding planning is insane. Like I said, this isn't going to be some grand new revelation that none of you have heard before, but man, I did not really realize how much went into all this, because, you know, some of you may know if you've been following my channel for a little while, I am divorced from my first wife, and her and I, we just had a Las Vegas wedding that we basically just, we went to the little white chapel, grabbed a package off the shelf, paid for it, boom boom, it was that easy, super quick, didn't have to invite anybody, didn't have, just us, the celebrant, 2 witnesses, that was it. But, I mean, obviously that relationship failed for a reason, potentially, but this time I wanted to do something a little bit more special, so we're like inviting people. It's really cool, like my mother and father, they're gonna be flying over, and then my older brother, who honestly I did not think was gonna be able to make it, just because it's a really long flight and whatever else, and it's a big ask of people. I feel bad asking, you know, it's a big ask, but I was courteous and I just invited him anyway, but he's gonna be coming out, and I have 2 of my friends from back home. Again, I invited both of them, kind of on the assumption that both of them would say no, but I was like, hey, I just want to send you guys an invite, just as like a memento, of my wedding and, you know, our friendship, whatever else. I want to send you the invitation, so you guys have that, the piece of paper, whatever to hold on to, but, you know, I had no expectation that they would actually make it all the way here to Australia, because it's like a 17+ hour flight, whatever it is, literally the other side of the planet. But kind of to my shock, 2 of my best friends said they would make it, and one of them is going to be coming out with his wife. And if either of you are watching this isn't like me being like upset that you're coming. I'm very, very ecstatic that they're coming. Cause I didn't think there was any chance they would say yes. But that kind of means like, oh, now I need to figure out accommodations and stuff. Cause it was like, hey, I was only living there like 2 years ago, and you guys were like broke back then, but now you're coming out here on a whim. Just didn't really expect that. And then you're kind of doing this whole rigmarole of like, who do you invite? Who do you not invite? And there was like this one person that we were kind of like going back and forth, like, do we invite them? Do we not? But then we were kind of like, well, I think that the fact that we're sitting here umming and ahhing about inviting this person, and we're kind of like nervous about how their behavior might impact things, probably tells us that the best course of action is just to not invite them. decided not to send an invitation to that party. But like you realize, because like I feel like I don't really know that many people. I'm kind of a loner. Like I've never been one to have a huge circle. I like having a small number of close friends, not the opposite or whatever. But like, okay, we'll invite this person, and this person's gonna bring their boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, whatever, and oh yeah, this person has a kid, or this person has 2 kids, and if we invite this person to invite this person, and them, and then like we're sitting there like, man, we have like 40 people on our list, just under 40, like 38, 39, something like that. And originally when we like we're thinking about, okay, we'll probably only have like 30 people here. That's what we were originally thinking, just 30. Because we kind of wanted just to have a small wedding. But kind of kept growing, like, oh, that person said yes, we weren't really expecting them to, or, oh, do you think it'd be good to invite this person? Now we're staring down the barrel of like 40. Which is wild. But we have the deposit down and everything, so that just happened over this last week. I kind of mentioned, like, between work and, like, wedding planning stuff, like, being stressed, so I missed a video last week, and, like, I know I've been a little bit slack on video stuff lately. But the wedding planning stuff has just been, like, poof. But we found this one, like, wedding planner lady for our venue, and, like, we hashed out all the details with her. We got a contract, put down the deposit on that. That's one thing, just like how much money everything costs. It's like, God. So we have our venue and our date now locked in. And then because that was locked in, that's when we're like, okay, so now we can do the invitations. So we start sending out the invitations once we had the date confirmed, and that's when I had the shock with, like, oh, these 2 friends of mine who I didn't think they were gonna make it. Now they're coming, and my older brother as well, which I wasn't expecting. But then also that's an added element of, like, okay, so now I have to find accommodation for them. And then, like, for my friends and my brother coming, it's like, okay, well, they're gonna want to, because my parents have already been here and visited me since I moved. And they're gonna be staying here for an extended period, so, like, my parents are gonna be getting here before the wedding by a decent bit. And then they're gonna be staying for, like, a month or 2 after the wedding is done. They're gonna stay here to watch the house and our dog and stuff while we go on our honeymoon. But then also they just, obviously the distance, like, we miss each other, so they're gonna be here for a bit. I think that the standard visa allows them to be here up to 3 months at a time. So they're gonna be probably here for a couple months. So I'm not too concerned about them, but it's like, okay, my friends, I'm gonna want to do, like, friend stuff with them. So, like, in between all the final preparations of the wedding, like, finding days to be like, hey, let me show you guys around Australia, like, well, this place you might never visit again in your life, and here's the Sydney Harbour Bridge, and here's the Opera House, and this, that, and the other, and then catching up and having fun doing stuff with them, balancing that with the wedding, and then it's just a lot. It's just a lot, and one of the added perks is we went and we met the bakery that's doing our cake. It was a little bit of a drive. It was in this cute little rural town, a little bit away from where we live. Very cute, quiet, quaint community. Kind of reminded me of some of the beachside towns in the Oregon coast that I grew up going to. Actually, it was a really nice area. It's really a shame that with how Sydney is, places like that, if you move there for cheaper property, more privacy, whatever, you tend to not have very good economic opportunities, which is just unfortunate. I mean, I guess it's similar in the United States, but I don't know, it feels a little bit different. But out there we met the bakery who's doing our got to sit down and sample some cakes, that was a fantastic afternoon. We decided to go with this. We were sampling a few different. We had like a vanilla, this like old-fashioned, like vanilla, like classic vanilla, I think they called it, or like old-style vanilla. It was alright, but it had this weird. Oh, my fill light just died. I hope that's something that I'm not gonna be able to fix that. Maybe this will make things a little bit better. But the vanilla had this weird aftertaste that I can't really place my finger on what the aftertaste was, but I wasn't a big fan of it personally. But then one of the other samples we tried was this lemon curd. So it was like a lemony breading cake, not cake bread, cake, I guess, with a lemon curd filling and a lemon frosting. It might be one of the best baked goods I've ever had in my entire life, so okay, well, we're gonna get that one. So at least that was an added benefit. You know, this whole crazy process, getting to do some free tastings of some baked goods. Those lemon curd cake. And I've just kind of been big into like lemon desserts recently anyway. My fiance's already ordered her dress. I'm waiting until a bit closer to get my suit, because I've started going to the gym again here recently, and I have been losing weight. Not dramatically, but kind of steadily, just because I'm eating a lot healthier now than I used to be. So I have been like gradually losing a pound or two every month. The wedding is in April, so like I have like 7-8 months. So I'm like, okay, well, I'll get my suit like in March. And I actually am excited for that because I've been wanting to get a suit for a very long time. Just to like have a suit to wear. So I'm gonna get one. I'm gonna actually end up buying it and keeping it. I'm probably gonna go a navy blue suit, white shirt with a sage green dye and a sage green pocket square. It's kind of what I'm thinking at the moment. Brown shoes. But I think so. We have everything now except for the officiant. We have a meeting with the officiant. We were meant to have the meeting with them yesterday, but they haven't. There was like some last minute issues, so we weren't able to do that. So we're gonna meet with them this week. And then this week we'll meet with them and hopefully get the deposit down on the officiant, have that reserved. But yeah, it's just been like, okay, let's make this, found out these details, next thing, and so we still have to meet the officiant, and we have to get like a florist, because the venue is providing chairs and an archway, and they were like, oh, if you want to, you can like, we have this partner florist that we recommend, but it's gonna be like $1,800, and they were sending pictures of the kind of setups that florist has done for them in the past, and I was like, I don't think that's $1,800 worth of setup, so we're gonna find a different florist to do that. We already have a photographer lined up, which I think is very thankful for that. So florist, the officiant. After that, because our deposits are down and everything else, after that, I think it's just a matter of paying off the principal, right? Because we have the deposit and everything, but just paying that off, getting that down close to $0 owed. So I think it was like the TLC or something, that reality TV show back in the day, Bridezillas. And it's kind of presented as this, like, oh, look at these insane women. Like, let's laugh at them. But bro, the more we do this wedding stuff, the more I understand those women. Like, this wedding thing is very stressful, and honestly, I'm very glad they're getting this stuff out of the way early. Like I said, it's 8 months away, and we already have a lot of this stuff booked. So, like, as we get closer, hopefully a lot of those stresses will be off of our shoulders. I don't know, but anyway, just a short little talk about that. I guess a short little update on my life in general, and like kind of what I've been doing lately. But yeah, so like the last couple weeks, it's been all about planning my wedding. 2-3 weeks ago is when we started looking seriously at different venues. We kind of narrowed down the venue, started talking to the events coordinator there, got pricing on stuff. Oh, we got our catering. We already got a deposit down the catering as well. That's right, does the other things. So the food is already booked, all that. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more content just like this almost every single day. Till next time, guys. Bye bye.